In a world where there are a bunch of dating apps that focus on the first move, it can feel like dating is created exclusively for extroverts. You have to come up with a clever line that's funny, different, not too weird, not offensive, and get a good response back. It's intimidating. Even though the game of online dating seems geared towards extroverts, introverts deserve love too. Let's take a look at some clever, non-traditional dating hacks that every introvert should know. Negative connotation. The first thing we need to address is the negative connotation that is often associated with introverts. Because introverts are often assumed to be uncomfortably quiet and antisocial, many introverts see themselves as undateable and believe they must display faked extroverted qualities to feel valued or loved. Psychotherapist and author Sean Grover says, introverts are often judged and made to feel ashamed for avoiding the spotlight. Choosing small gatherings or quiet nights over parties shouldn't make anyone feel like a freak. Yet that's just how introverts are made to feel. If being an introvert is stopping you from taking that next step, remember that whether you're an introvert, an extrovert, or something in between, you deserve love too. You are not undateable. The world of dating awaits you. Slow and steady. Have you heard the phrase, slow and steady wins the race? This phrase comes from one of Aesop's fables, The Tortoise and the Hare. It's a story where the title characters have a race against each other. Thinking he'd win no matter what, the arrogant hare takes his sweet time and even takes a few breaks. The tortoise kept steady with his pacing and ended up winning because of his consistency. When it comes to dating, be like the tortoise. Clinical psychologist Dr. Robert Puff argues that happiness is best achieved when we make slow and steady choices instead of fast and impulsive ones. If you want to take things slow, tell your match. Relationships don't have to be rushed. If you aren't ready to meet your Tinder match for real or aren't prepared to set the next date, that's okay. Forcing yourself to rush and just get out there may actually be more destructive than helpful to you. Introverts often need extra time to recharge their batteries after a social outing, and it's essential to be honest with your partner about that. This will help to set realistic expectations about you and your relationship. The person you're meant to be with won't mind whatsoever, so go slow and steady. Everything will line up in the best way. We all know that finding the perfect partner can be a challenge, but what if there was a way to make the process a little bit easier? Introducing our sponsor, SoSynced, the introvert-friendly dating app that pairs couples based on their personalities and interests. Think about it. When you're dating someone who truly gets you, it's like a breath of fresh air. SoSynced is designed to help you find that special someone who really understands you. The app takes the guesswork out of dating by using a comprehensive personality test to match you with compatible partners. Once you've taken the test, you'll discover your personality type, whether you're an INFJ, so thoughtful, or an ENFP, so curious, and you'll be able to see who you're most compatible with. From there, it's up to you to make the first move and start messaging. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to Hannah, a Psych2Goer who discovered SoSynced through one of our videos. She downloaded the app, found Brandon, and deleted the app within a matter of hours. So why not give SoSynced a try as our sponsor for today's video? Download the app today and give yourself a chance to find deeper, more meaningful love. With SoSynced, you'll be on the fast track to finding your perfect partner. Someplace quiet and familiar. Meeting someone for the first time can be nerve-wracking. If you think it'll make you more comfortable, try suggesting someplace familiar for your first date. Instead of meeting at a club, bar, restaurant, or theater, suggest meeting at your local cafe or park, particularly somewhere you and your date can share a proper conversation without too many distractions. Behavioral analyst and co-author of New York Times bestseller, Reading People, Wendy L. Patrick says that the best first dates take place in settings designed to facilitate comfort and conversation, not awkward, inappropriate intimacy. If you're in charge of choosing the location of your first date, try to pick a place that will not stir any wrong ideas. A crowded, classy restaurant may not only intimidate you, but also intimidate your date as well. Instead, pick a place that could put you both at ease and allow you to get to know each other. No ghosting. Okay, this isn't really a hack, more like a strong suggestion. No one likes to be ghosted. It often leaves you feeling sour and rejected. But there can be valid reasons for someone to ghost or get ghosted. Researcher at Ghent University, Inek M. Schackenbrock, PhD, says that accept In cases where you fear for your safety, it's generally best to be open and honest with your dating partners about your feelings and intentions to avoid hurting and confusion. For example, if you're feeling anxious about the first date, your anxiety might tell you to cancel it and ghost the person you've been talking to. If you feel a genuine connection to someone, don't let your anxiety win. Then you've been talking to, but give them a chance and then you've been talking to. You can end up having a lot of fun. Does anyone have any stories of a really good date they went on instead of ghosting? Tell us in the comments. Self-check. Don't let the books and movies fool you into thinking everything will be perfect for your first date. Sometimes it can end up like the first date in the rom-com Hitch. Will Smith stars as Hitch, a date doctor that can easily set up other people but can't do anything right on any of his own dates. First dates may never go as planned, but that shouldn't necessarily be a deal breaker. Instead, it's important to check in with your own expectations and ask yourself if they're practical or fair to the other person. Licensed clinical psychologist and author Dr. Seth Meyers suggests that before you start a relationship, it's helpful to know what you expect once you're in one. In fact, many relationships end because one or both individuals in a couple didn't get their expectations met. Maybe your date has marriage in mind, or perhaps they're just looking for something more casual. If you and your match have different expectations, it's essential to bring them to light. Myers insists that unrealistic expectations are poisonous to relationships, so it's important to practice checking in with yourself concerning your expectations of any relationship. We aren't saying having expectations in a relationship is bad, but having incredibly high expectations based on fictitious relationships is not fair to the person you intend to date, and it isn't fair to you. 100% authentic you. As we mentioned earlier, introverts can often feel pressure to act more extroverted when it comes to dating. They fear that being their introverted selves may make them less attractive to their potential matches. As nerve-wracking as that may be, being yourself is essential to finding the right person for you. In fact, licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist Leah Aguirre insists you absolutely do not need to change who you are for the sake of being as what you may believe to be more attractive to someone else. Period. Being anyone but yourself will not only badly affect you, but it will affect your relationships. Think about it. Let's say you start seeing a very social butterfly and you are an introvert. Pretending to be a chatty Cathy or Kyle can give your potential partner a very skewed idea of who you are. Once you become comfortable and return to your original introverted settings, your partner may feel like you don't have anything in common anymore, or even like you lied about who you are. Instead, just be you. The right person will appreciate you for who you are. No changes needed. Being introverted does not make you undateable or unattractive. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with any friends looking to join in on the dating scene. Until next time, remember to hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date on our latest videos. Take care, thank you for watching, and remember, you matter.